Hey everyone, how's it going? So yeah, I've just decided to do. Oh hey JT, how's it going? Oh, I just wanted to do a little live stream while I talk about Mando. I'll wait a few minutes for people to start going in. Uh, how's it going, Jake? Yeah, I saw your review. It was pretty good. Oh, there's two now. All right, but yeah, one of my initial thoughts on this episode is it felt like a filler. Uh, to me personally, that's the big problem I have with the Mando is there's 10 episodes, and in 10 episodes you really don't want filler. If that's all you're going to give us, then yeah, I don't like that. I miss the days where TV shows had like 15 seasons, 20 episodes a season, and hour-long episodes. I miss that crap. We need to go back to that. Because then you get fillers, yeah, because you get, there's 20 episodes you're going to have. Oh, it's eight? Oh, that's way worse. Yeah, no, 8 episodes. This episode was like, yeah, I agree with you, Jake D, on what you said. You said you felt like a side quest in a video game. It was kind of like that. It was just, I don't know. The whole thing with, I don't know. Well, it started out, it pretty much starts out with Mando on his way back on the speeder bike, gets ambushed, and you, the whole time I was thinking, there's no way these guys are going to ambush him. Like he's going to see the thing come up before it does. He's going to, fly over it, beat them all. And then he gets to like the little dude puts a knife to Baby Yoda's neck, and he's like, "Oh, here's my jetpack." And I was just like, I didn't buy that for a second. I figured, man, they'll just shoot him in the head. um, And then when he finally gets back to the thing, he's got to walk back in the fucking desert and all that armor. Unless that armor is like environmentally controlled, that's going to suck ass. Um, so yeah, carrying all that shit, yeah, I don't know. But he finally gets back, and immediately gets back. He goes in the cantina, sees the lady mechanic chick, and she's got all the answers. Is that a Jawa? I don't think it was a Jawa. I think it was something else. I don't know what the hell that was. And yeah, he gets back to Katina. The chick's playing cards with some freaking ant dude. And the ant dude knows exactly what he needs and who he needs to hook up with. That was hard to swallow. I was like, oh, really? The whole time he goes out in the desert, finds that the dude he finds is not a Mando, but she's found somebody who can help him hunt. Come on. I was really hoping it was going to be Boba Fett sitting in at the edge of the city or something, be like, hey, that's my armor, or something like that, and use that point to help Mando find other Mandalorians. But no, so he discovers some little the chick hooks him up with this weird lizard frog lady who wants him to take her and her babies to this moon, but they can't use hyperspace. I don't think you've seen Baby Yoda or Baba again this season. No, probably not. Was that's the mechanic lady, isn't it? Baba? Yeah, I doubt it. I think that was the only time we're going to see her now. Oh, Boba Fett. I'm sorry. Yeah, Boba Fett. I don't know. I think they're gonna probably save him for like the last episode or something. I don't know. Uh, if that was, then people are gonna be pissed because people are like, "Oh, Boba Fett's coming, yeah, Boba Fett, yeah," and it's like one scene where he just looks away. Yeah, people are not gonna be happy. Um, yeah, no. So he has to take this. He can't use hyperspace because it'll kill the eggs for some reason. It doesn't explain why the eggs would die or how they're affected. It's just like, hey, can you go to hyperspace? So you gotta go subspace. But subspace is a lot more dangerous because there's pirates and there's all kinds of shit that's going to be looking for him. And yeah, maybe that or it's going to be Boba Fett and him at the last episode, and then they'll hand Baby Yoda off to Ahsoka, and then that will be the spinoff series too. Um. Anyways, he keeps going. Two X-wing fighters show up, tell him that he's not using the right codes to get through the sector. Would he please put in his codes? Eventually, they discover that he was from one of the earlier episodes. They find out they track his thing to that one cargo ship that was full of criminals. Yeah, they do need to get Baby Yoda out. This whole episode was terrible with Baby Yoda. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so they keep going. Ends up he decides to run from the two X-wings. They chase him into an ice planet. Doesn't say what planet it was. I didn't notice if it did. Kind of looks like Hoth or one of those frozen planets. He ends up crashing and then falling into an ice cave, which I thought was fucking dumb. Because that ship should be like fucking broken half with all the shit damage he took. But he's got a hole in the side of his ship. His ship's all fucking scratched as shit. And so he's just like, well, we'll sit down. We'll wait over till next day because it's too cold. But the female frog lady who can't speak any other language than this weird frog language that he can't understand. There's no like universal translator or anything to help him out, so he doesn't know what the hell she's saying, so he starts going to sleep. He wakes up to the noise of the killer android that he killed in the last season because the frog lady somehow hacked into it and is using it to talk to him. And she tells, she pretty much just goes and says that, hey, doesn't Mando always keep his promises? You promised to get me here, blah, blah, blah. So he pretty much guilts him into actually start fixing the ship now instead of waiting till the next day. So he gets out, starts working on the ship. Baby Yoda also comes out and is like pointing and starts to mumble stuff. It sounds almost like words. So it sounds like eventually they're going to start having Baby Yoda start to speak. And he's like, what do you want? He finds out that the frog lady left. So he just got up and walked out in the middle of nowhere, frozen caves. You could tell Mando's just fucking annoyed because he's trying to get shit done. So he has to go follow the stupid frog lady into the caves. He finally finds her in a hot spring. Where the hot spring came from, I don't know. But somehow they find this little pocket of hot water in the middle of a frozen planet in a frozen cave. Yeah, that was believable. So Mando tells her, what are you doing? You need to get out. We need to get you back to the ship. It's too dangerous. Night's will be coming soon. I can't protect you here. We need to leave. And of course, the whole time he's doing this, Baby Yoda has been snacking on the eggs and so freaking Baby Yoda now eats little baby egg embryos. Yeah, because that's not gross or weird at all. It's like, stop putting shit in your mouth, you stupid kid. Jesus Christ. Like, that's all this Baby Yoda does. This whole freaking episode, just put shit in his mouth that he shouldn't be. So then at this point, he starts helping the frog lady put the eggs back in the little container. Baby Yoda, of course, strolls off because he's, Baby Yoda is always, he smells something, he walks over, you can see like these nests of weird looking rock things that actually are eggs all over the place. Baby Yoda finds one, smelling it, cracks it open somehow. You'd think it'd be a lot harder to crack these eggs open, but Baby Yoda somehow cracks it open pretty easily and starts feasting on a tiny little creature and eating all the yolk, and it looks freaking nasty, if you ask me. This shit looks gross. And then Baby Yoda notices noise, looks up, and starts waddling back, and he's like, yeah! Fucking Mando turns around, and a bunch of freaking spiders are hatching from these fucking eggs. Weird ass alien spider creatures that look like something that you would find in what was that movie? That bug alien movie. God, what was that movie called? Space Troopers, I believe. Yeah, Space Troopers. It's something that should be on Space Troopers. Fucking coming out, giant one finally comes out, and of course now they have to fucking run. So they're running through all these caves, and it seems like it was a lot longer running back to the ship than it was getting to the to the area. So on the way back, he's got to fight his way back to the ship. Gets to the ship, has to still fight his way up to the cockpit, and then fight until the door is finally shut. So now he's stuck in the cockpit with a bunch of spiders on board his ship. So he's going to try to take off to see if the ship will even be functional. And then big old bastard spider lands on top of the ship, stabs a hole to the cockpit. So now he can't leave. And right when you think all is lost, you hear a bunch of blaster fire from everywhere. So you're like, what the hell? Turns out the X-Wings somehow found him and flown down into the cave with a different opening, it looked like, and landed and got out and were shooting from the cockpits all the spiders with these big laser rifles. Yeah, all the Baby Yoda gags were freaking dumb. It was just like, hey, look, isn't he cute eating all this crap? Oh, look, he eats this frog lady's babies, and it keeps doing it. Like, Baby Yoda is fucking devil in this fucking show. Fucking eating children shit. Even Anakin didn't eat kids. Anyways, oh my god. It was, I don't know, a lot of this stuff was like almost unbelievable. It just happens. I don't know how, it doesn't explain anything. Like, how the hell the X-Wing pilots find him down inside the cave? Because they lost visual. He lost them when then they crashed, and then he fell through. So for them to find him just at that right moment where he needed them, and then they just leave him. Just like, hey, we want to arrest you this time because you did help. It's a weird time right now, so we'll just let you go. Mando asks them if they can help him fix his ship. And they go, nah, just fix your responder so I don't destroy you next time. And then take off. So now Mando's got to fix the hull of his, at least the cockpit hull, so he can get off the planet because he can't fly. There's a giant hole in his ship. I was to say that his old ship can take a beating like I've never seen, because god dang, this ship has like just been beaten to hell. It's so bad. So he fixes his ship, takes off, and it's pretty much the end. You see his ship flying off at subspace with engines puttering and crap, and it's like, he just said how dangerous it was at subspeed. Now his ship's like fucking barely going anywhere, and now he's got to be worried about who's going to attack him next. So I don't know. What do I think of the episode as a whole? As I said, I thought it was a filler. The Baby Yoda was out of control. Last episode, Baby Yoda was barely in it. They just had a couple little cute scenes. This one was like Baby Yoda shoving shit in his mouth the entire time. It was funny like the first time. Okay, it's like, he ate the egg. And then Mando tells him no. And then he keeps doing it. And doing it. And doing it. And it's like, we get it. Baby Yoda's hungry. And he puts everything in his mouth. So I suspect there'll be more Baby Yoda toys coming out with newer food he can eat. He just have his little bowl of soup and his little froggy. Now he eats little spiders and eggs. So yay! What do I rate this? I would give this a 5 or 4 or 5 out of 10. half it was unbelievable. They don't explain how things happened. It doesn't really fit with what happened before. I agreed. I was watching, what's his name this morning? Loki, Morning Mischief, and they were talking about how, this episode doesn't really fit with what was the last episode, and it seems like whoever is supposed to be in charge is just letting random people throw in episodes that aren't really fitting in a whole. Last season kind of had a little issue with that, where they had overall feeling, but it didn't sync completely together until, I don't know. When you only got 8 episodes and you're filling it in with filler episodes, you don't know what you're doing, and maybe they need to sit down a little bit longer and figure out exactly where they want to go with this show, make an overall story, and then make 20 episodes. Hour long 20 episodes. I would love it a lot better if we had that. I miss shows where I could sit down and just watch and know that I have 20 plus episodes to go through, like Star Trek did, and so many others. And it's sad that we're only getting, I know Game of Thrones did the 10 episode thing, and I was never been into Game of Thrones. I never really watched that, but yeah, I don't know. The music was fine. The music was a lot better than the last episode. It really felt more Star Wars-y. Last episode, they threw in that one weird music at the very beginning, and that kind of felt flat with a lot of people. So the music felt Star Wars. The X-Wings were cool design. When they were taking off and leaving him, it kind of felt like this kind of an epic moment where, like, the X-Wing pilots pretty much had showed him mercy. And that I liked. That scene where they just picked up and left, I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of it was just like, okay, they found something. They found this. Yeah. Current TV is just not doing what they used to do, and I wish they would. I wish they would go back to the old ways. 20 episodes, hour long. They had the budget. They have the budget to do it. I don't understand why they just won't do it. They keep making these, and then they don't even stick to like an actual time period for this show, which is kind of annoying because the first episode was 54 minutes. This was 47 minutes. It's like you need to have full blown show, so you need 50 minutes completely to fill out. They need to restructure the story to make sure everything kind of fits in with each other. Because I don't see Frog Lady being important in the show. The first season, I thought a lot of the characters were going to be important, and then some of them weren't, and you were like, okay, I don't care about that character, I don't care about that character. First season, I thought he was building a crew together. Excuse me. And if he was going to put a crew together, that would have been interesting. Like, all these different characters were going to come together at the end of the season, and they were going to be his crew. But yeah, they didn't. And so I was just like, okay. And now we have these new characters they keep throwing in on. There's like little frog girl, and how he's got to get these eggs. I don't know what's going to happen, when he's going to finally see some more Mandos. If the Mandos can even help, I don't know. Where all the other characters that are coming in fit, I'm not sure either yet. So we'll find out if they actually have a plan this season, because there's only 8 episodes, and we already have one major filler that just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this episode. The first episode was decent. It was an all right episode. It wasn't an episode I was expecting, because you just waited up for the next season. I was hoping for like a big epic episode to really throw this season into everybody's eyes, and then it was kind of just like okay, that was decent. And this episode was just like, where are we going with this? So I don't know what they're planning, and yeah. So it's pretty much all of my feelings on what this was. If I was going to rate it, I'd give it a 4 or 5 out of 10. Music was good. It just, yeah. You wait a whole week to watch an episode, and it's just a disappointment. It kind of hurts because you're just like, oh, I waited all week for that. Really? So yeah, that's all I really had for today. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please like and share this. It helps out the channel. It helps out everybody. Um, if you have any more comments or anything, if you want to put your opinion, you can do that. If you check this on the when it's not live and later when it's fully uploaded back up to the channel, hit it up, like it, share it. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do. I am still at, I think, 108, and I would like to hit, keep growing. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope you all are having a great week. So I guess I'll wrap it up now. All right, have fun. I'll see you next time in the Metersphere.